This episode of Keeping Tabs is brought to you by Doot Loot, your one-stop shop for Japanese and Russian foils. Check out the awesome selection at doot-loot.com. If you spend $100 or more, you'll earn free entry into our online cEDH league this month. So don't miss out and upgrade your deck's bling today. Much like Creed in 1999, we have a hit single. It's called Higher. Critical.
I love it. I love it.
That's fair play. That has to be fair play, right?
Well, yeah.
Hire's not single, but he's by himself, so it works out.
Welcome to Keeping Tabs.
Yep. September 10th, 2025.
We're joined here by Hire.
Yeah, dude. What's up?
That's me. Hey guys. Glad
Hello.
to join you today.
Dude, you're styling with the hat. Where did you get that hat?
Oh, this whole thing. It's we had there was a Kickstarter for Cal over at the Harold's
Horn.
Harold's Horn, yeah. They were doing they made these hats. I got it in MagicCon Vegas.
Okay.
And I love it. It's like super. I do not want to pay the one. I do not want to pay the one. So I won't.
Nice. Let's move on to our first slide. Who is Hire?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's me right there. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. So I'm Hire. If you didn't guess by now, I am a cEDH content creator. I am on a channel called Playing with Power. We make cEDH gameplay content and shorts. I also am a person who runs tournaments. I have a tournament series called the Fishbowl, which is in San Diego. It is the largest tournament series on the West Coast as of now. There's a lot of TOs that are starting to make things happen, so maybe that I won't be able to hold that title much longer. But for now, that's something. Those are things I'm really into. I also am a avid cEDH brewer. So I like to make a lot of decks, and the decks that I like to make tend to really cater to I like big things on the battlefield crowd. So the decks that I am most happy to play are Kinnan, a mid-range variant called Big Flips, and that is that's who I am, and happy to be here with y'all today.
Awesome.
Notable lurking predators enjoyer.
Yes,
Yeah.
Looking Predators.
Did you notice the background?
Is correct. Yes, it is so good. Looking Predators with Kinnan riding on top. Listen, that is my life right now. Honestly, that's all I'm doing.
Dude, you crushed our league last month, and you're actually crushing it right now too.
Yeah. I was in second earlier today. And then I lost a game to another Big Flips style deck, Semi Blue.
Okay.
Big, really popping up now, like this Rog Thras.
Was it the Maelstrom Wanderer player?
There was Maelstrom Wanderer in the deck, yeah.
Okay.
But I just love that this variant exists. I if I wasn't playing Kinnan, I would be playing this Rog Thras, greatness.
Okay.
No interaction, just big creatures. Have fun. Yeah, that's my jam for sure.
Yeah.
Give it to me. I'd run Omniscience. If I was playing Semi, I'd be on Omniscience for sure. Show and tell Omniscience.
I'm digging the fact that they're playing Sneak Attack, and just a Tali in the main board. It was just it's so sick. And Galta. Yeah. It really is just a casual player's cEDH dream, right? That is what that deck is.
I feel so validated because I've been playing Maelstrom Wanderer since I started playing cEDH, and I have it together now. I don't really take it to tournaments or anything, but it is literally the same semi-blue, type deck. Where you just
for
have
sure.
Big flips, you have giant things. You try to do Kiki Jiki combos, and it's just you don't care. There's no interaction in the deck. Absolutely none.
Yeah, you were telling me a story about how Ian picked up your deck and is is this real? And then looked through it and he's like, are you just allergic to counterspells or something like that?
I was kind of if I cascade into a counterspell, it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah,
so.
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brewed my friend the Helga version of it for actually the Fishbowl. So I'm excited to see how he's playing because he's never played cEDH before, but he's in San Diego. And I was like, you got to play. And he's like, brew me this deck. And I'm like, well, there's a new variation of this deck that might be okay. Like, I don't know yet. So he's excited to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I was going to say, we actually met you, Eric and I met you at Fishbowl 5. And we got to interview you there. And I know you were like super busy TOing and stuff, but you were so gracious to take some time out of your schedule to interview with us. And we just had such a blast at that tournament. And that was probably like a month into us making content at that point, because it was March of this year. So, I mean, we've come a long way, but we're excited to, return back to the Fishbowl, and maybe we'll do better this time.
Yeah, man. I'm excited. Like the energy in going into the tournament's pretty high. So I'm excited to see what people bring. And I'm really excited about the meta and where the meta is right now. Like this, like really, and people talk about Wild Wild West stuff. Like, oh, this is a Wild Wild West of cEDH, da 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 da. But like, this is truly innovation. We're seeing some really creative decks. That are breaking through right now. And so it's anyone's game. I mean, Blue Farm is, a very good deck, but like Semi-Blue don't care about your counterspells, bro.
Yeah, it's true. It's really true.
It's really true.
Yeah.
So we've got a couple events and sponsors we need to talk about, but let's just quickly move on to those, and then we can get into some of our topics for the week. We are sponsored by the Cookout. And this is coming up really soon, about a month from now, October 4th, in just outside of Atlanta, at Charlie's Collectible Show. It's a $100 entry, between 10 and 20K prize pool, depending on how many players show up. It's going to be one of the big ones. And we're looking forward to being involved with this event how we can. I don't think we're going to be able to attend. I don't think it's just going to work out.
Yeah.
We have another event really close to it that's kind of encroaching on it, but
for sure. I was talking to Jonah, and he is trying to talk me into leaving Friday night and coming back Sunday night. And I started looking at the flights, and I was like, maybe.
For being a travel hub, Denver and Atlanta, the flights are not great.
Yeah,
it's really weird. Yeah, it's really weird.
I think like flying into Denver is really cheap, relatively cheap. But the flights specifically from Denver to Atlanta, you're like,
yeah, they're like $300.
Yeah,
we ran into the same issue going to Nashville, and like the flights were stupid expensive.
Yeah, that's why we can only send 2 of us out there instead of 3.
Yeah, so either way, we're looking forward to this event, and we're looking forward to seeing how the event runs and all that stuff. But then, we were talking about the Fishbowl 6, and who better to talk about the Fishbowl 6 than Hire himself?
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. I'm so pumped. So, yeah, Fishbowl 6, San Diego, October 25th, 26th. It is a 15K, 300 person tournament. We are, it's in the same space as Fishbowl 5. We have some amazing stuff. We have Ken Meyer coming back as an artist. He's the artist that did Mystic Remora. We also have a couple local artists that are going to be there that are they make tokens. So they're super talented people. We have Propaganda is one of our card vendors, as well as TC's Rockets is going to be vending this time. And then we also are looking to get a accessory vendor. I can't say who it is yet because the contract isn't signed, but we will have an accessory vendor there. I'm really excited about them joining on. Once that contract is signed, there is a potential to have an announcement of the Fishbowl's prize pool increasing. So,
oh hell yeah, that's gas.
Cool. I heard some rumblings about a playmat. Are you ready to release anything on that yet?
So the playmat is we will have a playmat for Fishbowl. It's being designed by Benishuga. He is in he lives in a different country, and that country is currently going through some pretty hard times. So the playmat art is gonna be out soon, but I'm giving him a little bit of grace because of the things that are happening where he is right now. but I'm really excited. I can tell you guys the theme of it and talk about it. And it is a Ristic study themed, where I'm like so pumped. It's gonna look so sick. And the main idea of it is like, do you pay the one? And somebody saying like, no. But imagine it, like anime, super intense. Taking inspiration from Gara and Rock Lee. And so right, like it's gonna be so cool. I'm so excited.
That's sick.
Yeah, and so that's exciting.
Every single playmat he's put out has been absolute gas.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll link some in the description below. I know Waffle's got one, and I think is there like a Rogthrast one too? Something.
I don't know. There's a Timna Crom one. It's not even just Timna Crom. I think it's like just some CD.
Oh right,
like
right, yeah,
staples, right.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a Kirik one that's really sick too.
Oh, nice. I don't think I've ever seen the Kirik one.
I don't think I've seen that one yet either.
Oh my gosh, it is so. It's super dope.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Gotta check it out. But I'm so excited. The event's coming up. Good.
No, I was gonna say any changes from last event or any notable things you're like, oh well, here's what we did last time. Maybe we'll make it a little different or a little better. The venue is really cool. Like I'm excited to go back to that venue.
Yeah, the venue's gonna be great because the parking lot's finished. So that's
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. The most notable changes, the things we learned from last Fishbowl was that timed top 16 rounds are really challenging. But we are going to be really cognizant of the timing of the tournament and see how like it goes. There will be some like rules when it comes to hitting like certain thresholds. So if we hit like 3.5 hours, then we will be making some concessions of like, okay, guys, we're gonna need to wrap this up if semifinals or the finals because we pay the venue space by the hour. So that will be something that we talk about during the player meeting, but I don't foresee that happening. That's just kind of like the landscape of the meta right now, especially in California. It's a super, super fast meta. I know we're going to be talking about other tournaments that have recently happened, and we'll talk a little bit more about what's happening in California because it's blistering fast here.
Love to hear it.
It's
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, either way, we're looking forward to the Fishbowl, and I think you're definitely going.
Yeah. There's no doubt. I'm definitely
Eric and Jason are going too, right?
Jason needs to make some money before he can go.
He'll just schedule 4 coaching sessions a week till Fishbowl. I think it'll be okay. And then I'm trying to go, but we'll see if it.
One thing I did like about Fishbowl 5 was just like the on-site food. The food vendor was so good, man.
Dude, the tacos were incredible.
Yeah,
they're so good.
Yeah. He'll be back. That vendor, we're using them again,
Nice.
and they're gonna have breakfast food, both days.
Nice,
Really
awesome,
excited.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I think this time we'll try not to get yelled at by the whoever owns the hotel on staying up late and playing gold events in the lobby, but
Yeah.
Dude, the gold events in the lobby it's historic though. Like it was so sick.
Yeah, that they may or may not have reached out.
Yeah, I'm sure. All right, so we did want to shout out July's league winner. We finally got all the games done, all the top 16s, top 4, all that stuff. Congrats to Dexter. He had an absolutely amazing run. Really good record, 19, 23, and 5, which is nearly it's 40% win rate.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
That's immense.
And then opponent win percentage is really high too, so he's not just playing, whoever. He's playing good players as well. And then he played regular Turbo Rogsai. Making people have it. Just turn 2 Nosing, turn 2 Necro, saying, hey, counter me if you want, right? Yeah. I think our league is leaning really Turbo right now, and actually I'm going to defer to Hired's experience here because out of all of us, you have the most games right now.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about that?
Yeah. Right now, the league for September is It's pretty quick. It's pretty quick. Your games are pretty quick. I don't see like really long games happening very much. I think my average time for a game is maybe 35 minutes. The biggest thing that I'm seeing is people are realizing there's certain cards that are really easy to combo with that are hard to interact with. So I'm seeing a lot of Devoted Druid combos right now. Like all over the place. Like if I see green and black, it's like Devoted Druid is going in. It's so easy.
Wow.
Because like Devoted Druid can die, and Hazel's Brewmaster just goes infinite, right? Like it's so simple. I'm
As
seeing
I
a lot
took,
of that.
I took that combo out of my deck.
Man, it's good, bro. It's good. A lot of Rogsai, not as much blue farm as I once saw. I'm seeing a lot of people are just playing more like, not, I don't want to say it like in a bad way, but like irresponsible Magic where, you know, hey, cast your spells, I'm gonna cast my spells, and if you have something to stop me, great, I'm gonna try again next turn. Like that's, I'm seeing a lot of that, especially with the semi-blue list becoming more popular, and then versions of semi-blue that aren't that, but like just like the all gas go style decks that don't really care about what you're trying to do. So like Timna Dargo, Timna Rog.
Oh yeah.
Right, like these like Mardu decks that are just
hot.
like yeah, man. I saw it today and I was like, bro, this deck is going so fast. Holy smokes.
Yep. Those like turbo Mardu decks are really like.
I don't think we've seen our first Oops All spells yet.
It's so sick. I've been playtesting it. It's really good.
What's
Oops
interesting?
All spells. Okay.
What's interesting about the league? So like in July and August and every month before that, we didn't have any rewards for draws. So September is kind of the first month where we have some rewards for draws, and I think that might cool down the turbo slant that everything has had, or let's say proactive slant, because now you can draw and get some of your points back or most of your points back, or sometimes if you're like lower in the rank, actually more points back. But yeah, it's like I think the league is doing a good job of teaching people how to win.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's really cool. I like that a lot. And like we have inexperienced players going, man, like I'm just getting cooked.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, I mean that's
what happens.
Sure. And then you realize like, oh, my deck's not good enough, or I'm not experienced enough to like see the line on turn 3 or turn 2.
It's really interesting just because like the conversation for the last like few months is like about this draw meta, and we are seeing a drastic shift in the league and in tournaments about people are just like, nope, we're jamming. Like, let's go. Like, I'm going to either win or lose. I don't care.
This happened before the Invitational too. And the weird thing is like people had this mindset in the Invitational and you still couldn't get through. So like, it's hard sometimes, but I think online it makes it a little bit easier to be like, well, here's my win. Oh no, I got stopped. Oh well, there's a game right behind it.
Sure.
You know, I don't need to worry about it as much, but it's cool.
Yeah. I do like the mentality of like you have a counterspell, use it. And then because I've been a big proponent of not providing perfect information when people ask me like, what are you tutoring for? And a card.
Just value.
Yeah.
I'm a card. Is it good or bad? Maybe. That's the answer I got for you, bud.
Yeah.
And then people being like, all right, well, I don't want to use this counterspell on you because the next player is going to win. I'm like, well, I'm not winning, so save it or use it. It's up to you, big guy. Like that's how I did with a lot of games in the August League. That's what I did a lot of the time. Like, and it worked out more often than it didn't.
I mean, you ended first place, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a massive achievement.
Yeah.
Out of 281 players?
I think 281, yeah.
Which is that's a fishbowl sized tournament. That is a massive amount of people. And the other impressive thing about that is you did that over the course of 40 games?
Yeah. 44 games?
Yeah.
Yeah. And and I was playing big flips, right? So it's like this deck does not have counter magic, but it does do one thing really well, and I just leaned into that. But yeah, the politic aspect where it's like, yeah, you can counter my spells, but like,
that's fine. Yeah,
it's a threat. I'm a threat. Yeah, I'm playing CEDH. All of my cards are threatening. That makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
And the people who are really good at politicking were able to convince me to like not do something, because me doing the thing that I'm just trying to do actually loses us the game, or convinces me that it loses the game. Logan did a good job of this. Where
I would never do that.
He would never.
Yeah,
do.
Logan, you're the only person in the entire league that convinced me of that it's a good idea for me to get rid of like one of my sax pieces. Like, oh yeah, no, it actively does. Like what did you say exactly? This actively does not help us. Like this, you having this on the board. When in reality, like it staying on the board stops Logan, which is perfectly fine.
Yeah, it did for a bit, but I was actually convinced. So it's weird because I was convinced when I was trying to convince you that we were losing, and like. Mm-hmm. Yes, I was in a good spot if that were to go away, if that particular sax piece went, right then or like the turn cycle after or whatever. But I think that you can really only politic or convince someone of something if you believe it's true. And like, I wasn't lying to you. I was like, I literally think we are losing. I don't have anything to stop this player that's between me and you. And
in that. Yeah, in that moment, I think the idea of like, well, if he has it, he has it. I should like that mentality has worked a lot.
Yeah.
Like if he has it, he has it. Like I'm not gonna stop it. But I do know that if this does go away, the chances of anybody else winning goes up a lot. And so I'm gonna keep that mentality in the future. For
that mentality, like we talked to our friend of the channel, Kevin. He's like a Chatterfang player.
Oh, he's doing great right now.
And yeah, I think he's like actually like top 4 in the league right now. Yeah. And like literally just, he's like, yep, if they have it, they have it, man. I'm just going to keep sending this Worn Soul Trader line until I'm dead, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I won't.
What is with these 2-color green decks?
Yeah.
So first it's like Kinnan, and then it's Chatterfang, and they're just like, I don't know, I'm just sending it. Like, we'll see.
He was telling me stories about like in Pittsburgh that like he just made enough mana to send 7 creature tutors, and was just like, look, they can't counter all of them, man.
You gotta, yeah. You only have so many counterspells. I have lots of creature tutors, so
yeah,
that's funny. I like that a lot. That's really cool.
So if you're looking to join our league, which I highly recommend you do, it's totally a blast, and I think Hires had probably nearly 100 games between last month and this month. Just beware of some things you might encounter. It might be a little different than what you're expecting. Speaking of our league, we just have a couple minor updates for you. So far this month, as of today, we've had 724 games, which is insane. We've increased our number to about 47 a day. We're at 343 members, and we've got a bunch of partners. We added some new ones.
Yeah, definitely. The partners we have Snowball. He's doing some alters, some for like prizing. We're partnered with Hire and Fishbowl. But basically the winner of the league, or not the winner of the league, the top point total of the league is going to get a invite into the tournament over a Fishbowl. We're partnered with Cardboard Cookbook. They are our like channel partners this month.
Content creator
partners. And so if you're Patreons, or if you're patrons of them, then you get automatic entry into the league as well. Logan set us up with Land Go Invitational invites for the next 3 months.
4 months.
4 months.
So September through December, if you win the league, you get a Land Go Invitational invite, which is a huge event. It's not quite the Top Deck Invitational, but it allows you to win a Black Lotus for $0 entry fee.
Yeah.
So
which is crazy.
It's pretty good.
But yeah, I mean, I think that this is like technically our league is not necessarily like a gold event or a silver event or a platinum, but being able to reward the players that are doing well into bigger tournaments or invitationals are really, really good. So
yep. And last but not least, our sponsor, Doot Loot. if you want any Japanese or Russian foils, he is the place to go.
Dude,
He'll
smuggle those things into the country so fast.
I know, I can't even order Japanese cards right now because of the import laws. And, and he still is like, hey, I got new cards. I'm like, how are you doing this?
How?
But
he has a friend. Don't worry about it.
So true. The other thing we were going to say about the Fishbowl, not only do you get prizing if you win or top our league, but if you purchase an entry to Fishbowl and you don't have entry to our league yet, just let us know. Show us your screenshot of that. We'll give you free entry for this month. And we're just happy to work with Hire and the Fishbowl. It's just such an awesome event.
Yep.
Really looking forward to that. And then similarly, if you make a purchase from Snowball at his Etsy store, you can also get entry to our league for free this month. And if you make a $100 purchase or more from Doot, you can do the same thing.
Hell yeah.
So,
also, one thing that is incredibly close and might be done by the end of this video is if we hit 350 members in the league, the Croche is sending out the foil prophecy Ristic study.
It's crazy.
To the person that has the most games that made the top 16. Yeah. Get it before it's apparently banned, right?
You could be that person. It could be you.
It could be me.
It could be.
I will say this for this video only. This video. Let's go top comment. Let's encourage the people who are watching this on YouTube. Top comment will get a free entry into the Fishbowl.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy. Breaking news.
I'm going to start furiously writing a comment right now. Yeah. So you heard that here first. If you're made it this far into the video.
Yeah, you can. You'll get a free entry. If you already bought your ticket, you can give this free entry to somebody else. But we will definitely give that person a free ticket to the Fishbowl.
Hell yeah,
nice,
man. Thank you
so
awesome. Much. And then there's a little screenshot of some of the pricing. We finally got our card pricing in. And then we now have a landing page for the league. So if you go to the event, you can read about all of these details and how to sign up, how to join. It also counts down the last day to register. And then below all this is some screenshots of the pricing and breakdown of all of that. So we're trying to legitimize this as much as we can.
Yeah.
And we're looking for ways to be involved with what I would call, like, quote, real tournaments. And so places like the Fishbowl, the Lango Invitational, potentially the Top Deck Series, if that's a possibility for us. But with this many players, like, it's really hard to ignore what we have going on here.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So, hopefully we can keep the momentum going. This is comment of the week. This was on... I just kind of randomly recorded a video because I was sitting at my desk goldfishing. I was like, I could probably record this and talk about why I goldfish and why players do this and how they practice and stuff. Do you want to read this comment?
Yeah. So, Fuzzy Dunlop? I have no idea actually how that is. Yeah. But he said, I love the advice about not giving a shit about the card on the top of your library when mulliganing. It's something I've never realized I bake into my goldfishing when I solo test decks. Thanks for breaking down your thought process and showing us. Great, original, needed content as always. So I guess, Hire, when you're goldfishing your deck, do you like peek at the top cards or no?
Every time.
I never do.
I've realized that it's like not a great habit, so I've stopped doing it completely.
Yeah. It taught me a few things. One, like because like I play a lot of Kinnan, so much Kinnan. I've probably played more Kinnan than like any other cEDH player ever.
You've probably played more Kinnan than I've played cEDH games.
Yeah.
Oh, I would for sure agree with that.
Yeah, I have like thousands of games on Kinnan. And the one thing that I would say is that on a mid-range variant of Kinnan that has like 25 lands, if you have 2 lands in your hand, you are never drawing a land again unless you have a sincere draw engine.
Okay.
And so I've learned when I mulligan in Kinnan that if I see 2 lands, those are the only lands I'm getting. That's it.
Interesting.
No more. And even more than that, I've had moments where I want to cut Mox Diamond because I wasn't seeing lands to discard to it enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like, right. So like, and so but I learned that I wasn't going to draw any more lands because I always looked and I never saw a land over the course of like, 50 or 60 games. And I was like, maybe that's just like a thing I should never depend on. And that's what that taught me.
Interesting.
In comparison to like big flips, I trust the deck a lot more. So like I mulliganed and I looked at the top card. I'm like, oh, that would have got me there. And it happened a lot. I noticed it happened more than it normally does. And I'm like, okay, just trust that the top card of your deck is going to be like something that you want. And that, hey, listen, I don't know what it is, but it works every time now. Like I trust it. Like, hey, the deck got me. I don't know.
You're like, hey, this is what I need, and it just inevitably shows up, dude.
It's hard to argue with the results.
Yeah,
I mean,
dude,
like
this guy's a real life Yugi Moto, dude.
Yeah, heart of the cards, baby.
I know what you're saying about the Mox Diamond thing, because like in Wrong Side, I'm 23 and a half lands, and like, dude, sometimes I'm just like, this diamond is like not feeling great right now, but it still feels objectively correct to run it. So I'm kind of like in that weird spot of like, do I cut it? Do I keep it?
There was that conversation that was happening on like the Reddit sphere a few months ago, being like, hey, are we cutting Mox Diamond soon? And everyone's like,
woof, dude.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Even in Kidden, like, I don't think you can, because it can still tap for 2 if you like get it to work, right? Like,
yeah. There's again, like if you have like the draw engines and you don't really care that much because you're gonna see a land after drawing 12 cards. My only argument to if you're on a 23 land deck, that Gemstone Caverns should be a consider for cutting, and replacing with a land that just makes mana.
Yeah, I mean, our friends out in Basics, the guys up in the northern Denver area, they've all cut Gemstone Caverns from their decks at this point, because the stats from EDH TV or CEDH TV and from their videos alone, they have noticed that it doesn't convert into wins very often, which doesn't pass the eye test very much, but that's what the stats are saying, which is interesting.
I think as players, we have to balance the statistics and like how good does something feel. And I don't know, Gemstone feels pretty good most of the time if I am able to hit it. Yeah. If I don't hit it, or if I'm in first and I see a Gemstone, I'm like, that kind of sucks or whatever. But being able to like rip a tutor or have 2 mana like on turn 1 is, I don't know, that feels pretty good.
It does. Yeah.
It's kind of weird. Are you a Gemstone believer?
I still run Gemstone, but I'm not on 23 lands. The idea that when I think of this is my turn 1 strong enough to run this? So like if you're running a 2-mana Commander Kinnan, 2 mana, Gemstone Cavern's fantastic. But like Tymna, probably not. Because like it's not giving you turn 1 Tymna, it's giving you like turn 1 Esper Sentinel, but that you would still have that with just a regular land.
Gives you turn 0 Vamp Tutor into Dark Ret Necro is what it does.
I mean, sure.
It does.
In the world, you have all of those cards in your hand. Sure. Yeah.
It does do the turn 1 top deck tutor is immense. Like that is very, very good.
I don't know.
So
now, I hear what you're saying.
Now look at the math on that. Like you have to have Gemstone Caverns and the instant speed top deck tutor.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, right. I don't know. And then every time you see Gemstone Caverns in your hand, you're like super sad.
True. Or it gets discarded to Mox Diamond.
Or it gets discarded to Mox Diamond.
Or it gets discarded to Mox Diamond. You don't have to worry about it. That's fine.
Yeah. Or you have so many cards in your hand that it's gone straight to the graveyard, and that's fine.
I love conversations like this because we as players and we're like entrenched in the format, we see these things as staples. And whenever I build a deck, I'm like, okay, it needs Gemstone, it needs Mox Diamond. And then occasionally I get this like little tickle in the back of my brain. I'm like, do I really need this card? Or like, is this really correct? And I think having these discussions, especially with people with different experiences and let's say more experience, it's interesting. I like seeing things in a different way, even if I maybe I disagree right now, but maybe I'll change my opinion in the future.
You know what card I've done that with recently? Anytime I'm playing red, I have not been impressed by J-Will. Unless I'm like on Ral, which is like obviously the card's insane in that deck, but I'm just like, oh, this card is just not good enough right
I'm going to
now.
defer to Jason's opinion on Jessica's will, and he says it's gas, so I'm keeping it for now. But
yeah, I love Jessica's will, by the way. I'm a big Jessica's will believer.
Yeah. All right. We've got a couple. I think this week we have a couple of videos that we wanted to shout out that we've just really enjoyed. First of all, that's a good card. They hosted Tim, and Tim got to talk about Phelia, and I think that card's super interesting. And just hearing him gush about Phelia, and then Austin's talking about playing stacks and saying, well, Phelia can kind of temporarily remove your own stacks pieces, and then you can play the game, and then you can pass the turn, and oh wait, your opponents are stacked out again. I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I think this card's really, really interesting. I think like I'm starting to look at it for my TNT deck because it can get rid of Tymna attackers. It can flicker my Mana Vault, my fish. Like, there's a lot of interesting things that this card can do. And they go through this on this episode really well. I really enjoyed this episode of That's a Good Card. So, but yeah.
Do you have any experience with Phelia or played against it or anything like that?
Yeah, Phelia is gas, dude. Phelia is a great card. In MagicCon Vegas, we were doing a like learn to play cEDH thing, and in our pod there was a guy who was on Tivit, and there was the other player was playing another deck that had Phelia in it, and he used Phelia to exile a flesh duplicate that he owned, and he had it come back on his end step as a Tivit. And then he was also able to Phyrexian Metamorph a tapped time sieve.
Oh my god.
And it was like, so I didn't see it. Like, I didn't see this line, and it was so cool that Phelia like allowed you to do that. There's not that many. There of course, you know, you have like Displacer Kitten and stuff that could do that kind of thing. But the fact that you can exile up to another target non-land permanent and then it returns to its owner's control gives you back your Gilded. It gives you back your Volatile Storm Drakes. It's so, that's like, these are like niche things that are super cool to see. And I loved its showing, and it has flash, which is great.
Yeah. I will stop you really quick. It doesn't do that to Volatile Storm Drake because for some reason that card has hexproof to this ability.
From triggered abilities.
It does?
Yeah.
It's because they're in the same set, and I think the set designers saw that interaction. They're like, this is a little broken.
Yeah. It's crazy that is a thing.
So, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, Tim and I found this out at Heisenberg because we were talking about this card, and I was like, I don't think that works like how you think it. It works with Drake, but not, or Gilded Drake, but not Volatile Storm Drake.
So apparently this card also sees play in Vintage with it combos with Containment Priest because you flicker something and then it just never comes back.
Comes back, yeah.
Oh, which is really interesting. And also against like, this sounds bad, but against like inexperienced cEDH players, you can flicker their commander, and if they don't put it in the command zone,
oh no,
it's stuck forever. It's never coming back if you have Containment Priest.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
So you were just mentioning about the like Tivit time sieve clones and stuff, and like how you just didn't see it. I had this. I once watched a game where a player had these abhorrent Oculus like face down cards and faced up to a Grand Abolisher.
Yep.
Okay. But there's a Devoted Druid on the opponent's field, and he just imposter mech'd the Devoted Druid. And I was like, oh, you have infinite greed.
Yeah.
Like, but you can't respond to like flipping the Grand Abolisher.
No. So on your upkeep, you say, I'm holding priority on my upkeep. I'm flipping this Grand Abolisher, and you are
cooked.
Dead.
With the imposter mech, did he flip it off the Oculus?
No. He just played it.
Okay, he cast it. Okay.
Yeah.
You have green now, but you have infinite green.
I was like, damn, that's sick.
Yeah, Oculus is sick. It is a really cool card. I've never gotten it to work how other people have.
Yeah.
But it is an incredible card if you can get it going.
One thing they were mentioning about Phelia was how it like doesn't read that powerful.
No.
But if you look at this card from like, I don't know, even 10 years ago, and you're like, just look how much text there is on it. There's so much. And then it also just says flicker a non-land permanent, which could be a copy enchantment. It could be any clone. It could be
dude, it could be a candelabra.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah.
It can be so much, man. Like, this card is really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
It's really cool.
Yeah. That is a good card.
For sure.
Yep.
And then this incredible video by Eisenherz. It's so short. It's 8.5 minutes long, but he just goes through what the top players do to stay ahead of the meta or stick with the meta, and how we evaluate what the current, like how we feel about things, whether it's turbo or mid-range or whatever, and then making meta calls with certain cards or certain decks. And Hire, I don't know if you've seen this video. I don't know how much cEDH content you watch, but this video is just like, it came out on Monday and I was like, oh, this is the video of the week. Like,
yeah, it's so good. And he goes through like examples of like what top players are doing to stay ahead of the meta, right?
Yeah.
So he's talking about like Zach Adler, about how they pivoted into like, oh, hey, I'm realizing that my worst matchup with Blue Farm is these creature combo decks. Like, how do I deal with them? And he brought in Mayhem Devil and Delny and all these other things that can really help in those spots. And they're just, little tools that you can have to attack the meta that you perceive is happening, right? And we're seeing that right now, right? Like, there's a lot of people that are like, oh, like Blue Farm is obviously the best deck in the format right now. Like, how do we attack that deck? And the semi-blue players are like, yeah, we're just going to cast a bunch of stuff they can't counter. Like, we're going to nope 15 cards in their deck. And they're doing it, right? Like,
or the big flips players are just like, Void Winner, I don't know.
Yeah, it's also true, right?
They're competitors. Meh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, I don't care if you counterspell these things. I'm getting creatures off this now.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Dude, I lost a game to Last March of the Ents the other day. And I was like, why does this say it can't be countered on it?
Because it's like 9 mana, dude. That thing's huge.
I think it's 8.
Yeah.
I have a few of those in my deck. Yeah, for sure. It's interesting because when you think about the meta and where it is, and like people trying to play or build for what's coming, one of the things that I think has to be like taken into account is what is currently performing very well. You can use like using stats, right? Going to EDH top 16, and saying, okay, Blue Farm is doing really well. Blue Farm always tends to do really well, but why? What's currently making it do good? Obviously, Smothering Tithe has seen a huge uptick in decks, and okay, well, what can I do against the Smothering Tithe? It is what it is. Well, Manglehorn's really good.
Yeah.
Here is that treasures come in tap. Now the problem is that people are, okay, what do you do with all these tap treasures? Well, there's a culling ritual that gets rid of treasures. It's really good. I don't like that you smiled like that, Logan.
I love Culling Ritual, dude.
Yeah, Culling Ritual is my favorite. It's one of my favorite cards right now.
Oh my god, yeah. But
Culling
that's
Ritual won me Snowy Summit. So.
Oh, it did. Yeah. It was pivotal to that.
Yeah.
I will say I'm like looking at Spider Woman, the new Spider Woman card. That's like a blind obedience. It says that your creatures or your opponent's creatures and artifacts come into play tapped, and it's a 2/2 flyer for 2.
It's a generic and a hybrid Azorius.
Yeah, hybrid Azorius.
It's a 2/2 flyer
for 2 that has blind obedience.
Why is it a
Tymna
attacker? Like,
there's so many pieces of text there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know that I've been talking to some Sisay pilots, and they're like, yeah, this is for sure going into our deck, mainly just because it's a blue and white legend.
It's a hybrid cost.
It's a hybrid cost for 2.
And you already need the blue and white.
And it's a blind obedience.
You already need the white for Sisay. So like,
yep. And like Sisay does really well in kind of a Staxy type of deck anyways, so.
Well, it's just like slowing your opponents down with no downside.
Yep. But I think cards like that are really interesting to like look at. Like you said, Manglehorn, just like really slow down the Tithe and the Skaws, right? Like,
well, and then you can see kind of in the background that is a blurred out Mayhem Devil.
Oh man.
I feel so validated that I was able to tech that piece for like totally independently of
Zach everyone. Yeah, but like you guys all just like hive-minded somehow.
We sat down across the table from each other at the Invitational, and I was like, play a Mayhem double. And the other Blue Farm player, Alex, was like, oh, dude, I run that too. Yeah. That's cool.
You guys, like, all of the Grixis Plus decks were like, we're not losing to Rogthras. Like, they think they're teching against us. Not happening. Like,
yeah. Nope. The last thing I was going to say about this video, Hire, you've been playing Wrong Side a little bit too. And I know your version's different than mine, but we even got a shout out. We got a Wrong Side shout out in this video.
Hey.
Yeah. He like goes into talk about like the 3 different versions of Rogsai, which is like traditional turbo, then dark Rog, and then he's like, well, and then there's this other thing that like
somehow works.
Yeah, somehow works. Like, yep, they're just attacking the meta in 3 different ways, like ultra turbo, and this like hyper mid-range version. Yep.
And we see this with Kinnan too. We see kind of the generic mid-range one. We see the no bad cards, and then big flips. And also there's probably like some more control variants out there as well.
Well, and then Ian is now playing he's calling like the Abomination Kinnan. Yeah, Abomination Kinnan.
I don't know about this. What is this?
It's literally a turbo Kinnan deck. He's like, I'm gonna try to win on turn 3 every game.
Huh? Yeah, Abomination Kinnan. Yeah, Abomination Kinnan is a variant of Kinnan that has cut like so many pieces from Kinnan that it's almost unrecognizable. It's not on Nixblamation, it's not on Seedborn Muse. It's really focused on like not using Kinnan to put creatures on the battlefield. Per him, if he's activating Kinnan, something's gone terribly wrong.
Yeah. That's literally what he said. He's like,
so is it all like low to the ground, like lightweight pieces then?
Yeah. A lot of it's like because like in Kinnan, because it's a mana doubler, so you play 4 drops really easily. And he's on some really spicy tech. He's playing like the apple.
Oh yeah, apple
of Eden Sue or whatever.
Yeah, Apple of Eden. Yeah, playing Apple of Eden. He's playing.
What is that? What is that colorless like eyeball possession that like untaps and generates a mana?
I have no clue.
Because it combos. It's not an eyeball. It's like some sort of artifact or colorless creature. It says like the ability is untap, generate a mana. And then it combos with freaking
Pilipala.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
I lost to that the other day.
Yeah. Pilipala is that's a cool card.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
That was printed like when I first started playing Magic, like that Eventide untap symbol stuff, which is so sick. Bring it back. I love that mechanic.
Bring it back.
It's broken as hell, but bring it back.
He's also on Psychic Possession.
Oh yeah,
which is right or if you whatever
skip your untap step and
you
then,
draw.
Yeah,
no, skip your draw.
Draw. That's right.
Draw. Yeah, but it's like he's on this like really cool stuff, and he made a video about it because he won a Time Twister on it most recently, and like I love the idea. I love pushing what Kinnan's trying to do or any deck, but. The fact that he's doing Kinnan, I was like, yeah, I'm supportive of this this transition. So very cool.
I wonder if there's a way in the future that these like data sites like EDH, Top 16, and like even Datadog, they can look at these decks and say like, yeah, the commanders are the same, but really there's something different happening with the rest of the deck because the commander only tells part of the story.
Yep.
Like we see this with Blue Farm with the largely Esper control mid-range style or the now like Mardu proactive style, which is what I feel like I'm running. I feel like I'm slanting towards that where I'm like, I don't really care.
I mean, we're seeing it in TNT as well, right? Like TNT, there's like classic TNT, there's Cradle Farm TNT, and then now my version's like getting out there.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of interesting things going on right now. Especially in the off season.
It's the off season, dude.
The off seasons.
People are just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what happens.
Yeah. I did want to shout out. We had Zach on last week, and he made it onto cEDH TV, which is like, I don't know, that's kind of the big leagues a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So he had a great interview with them. And what's funny is his name is Mons, right? Is that correct?
I think it's Mons.
Yeah. Okay. So Mons is starting to describe this deck. He's like, I just need this deck where like I can run lots of free interaction. I can have like be online turn 0, turn 1, and just he starts describing Wrong Side. And Zach is like, why don't you just play wrong side? And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. and Zach's like, yeah, it's Rogsai, but you're running all this free interaction. It's a control deck. You're trying to like get a turn 2 Risic Study out and sit behind it, and then you still run the same win cons. You still run Thassa, Decon, and Breach and all that stuff. And he just seemed like taken aback by it. He's like, wow, like I didn't even consider that.
He's like, what? A deck that runs 25 pieces of interaction?
So I just thought that was really funny because it was right at the end of the interview. But overall, I think the interview was really great, and they go down and break down the Invitational and what it's like to play there. So it was cool to see Zach on kind of the bigger stage.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I got a chance to ride with Zach to Birdcage.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That was really cool. Yeah.
How
that guy's interesting.
How big was the Birdcage? Like, pretty big
64
event.
64 players.
And where does that take place?
It was in LA. It was I think LA.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we have a slide about it a little bit later. And then the last video we want to talk about was the cEDH power rankings from the Mind Sculptors. I don't think there's like really anything we didn't expect from their power rankings.
I will be honest, I still don't expect Kefka to be a number 3 deck in the format, but they defend it quite well, and they say that, I mean, their numbers are pretty well put together. I also just don't respect Anala as a deck, but that's just for recency bias of what happened in our league. So
unmentionable.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, this is I would say those are like the 2 big standouts to me. All the other stuff that I'm like, yeah, these seems reasonable.
What do you think about Kefka?
Kefka is a great deck. I believe it's the real deck. I have played a lot of games against Kefka, and it does the thing well, right? Like if it strips your hands and is able to find a win through that, then like it's hard to stop it because you don't have the interaction you once did. And then what I see a lot of the times is that people will have like 2 or 3 cards in hand, go down to 1 or 2, and they'll like play their win con, and then they have 1 piece of interaction, and then that's it.
Yeah,
I think it's a real deck.
I think they were specifically talking about like the turbo variant of Kefka, where it's like it's trying to put a Necro or an Oz into play on turn 2 or 3, and like if it gets stopped, like they were kind of in that same like mentality of like, fuck it, if you got a counterspell, like go for it, please. And it's like backup plan is still good because it's like, okay, I'll just turn 3 or 4, turn 5 Kefka, right? And like then I have this as my card advantage to hopefully reload me for my next attempt. And I mean, like, it's a good game plan, and it's like it lets you not get punished by like low mulligans, because all you have to do, like when you're trying to find a turn or like a 2 or 3 is like land LED, and you're like, it's fine, like it's not good, it's fine, right? But I mean, like we've seen so many people like play Blue Farm, right? And they'll keep like go down to 2 and keep land LED for a Timna, and it's essentially the same idea, right? Like they're mulliganing for this like ultra turbo hand, and if they don't see it, then their backup is still decent.
Yeah.
I really as a person who lost to Kefka recently in a tournament, I have never seen that there's a red land that you can exert it.
Yes.
To make
Arena of Glory.
Yep.
Arena of Glory. Yeah. So a guy cast Kefka with using mana from Arena of Glory. It had haste. So it ETB'd, we discarded, and then he attacked because it gives Kefka haste.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's kind of nasty.
Oh my god, this is a nightmare.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's like a 5 mana draw 6. Like, yeah, I'd play that.
I think one of the that play pattern, if you can line that up, is very powerful. But there are conditions to Arena of Glory, like you must have another mountain for it to enter untapped, and if you exert it, then it doesn't tap the next turn, and that sort of thing. But one of the weird things, and I think Kefka's actually a brilliantly designed commander for cEDH, whether the designers realize it or not, is that like Austin is talking about this turbo variant, but the mid-range variant of Kefka actually has some serious matchup problems. where because if you're relying on the Kefka game plan and you go into like a Kinnan or a Thrasios deck, they don't care how many cards they have in hand. Like, okay, well, if I'm big flips, okay, make me discard a card. I'm going to spin. I'm going to spin again. I'm going to spin every turn until you lose the game. Thrasios will largely do the same thing, where you are playing Rogthras and like, it's like, okay, like dude, I would love to be up against 2 Kefkas. Like, I don't
so many times Rogthras players are just like, yeah, man, I don't like. Look at my hand. I have nothing, and you're like, yeah, that's the problem. Like,
it doesn't matter what's in.
It doesn't matter to them, right?
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah. But I like the idea that like even though it wasn't necessarily designed that way, the way that it's kind of setting right now is it has real strengths and real weaknesses, and I think that's a healthy commander.
Yeah,
I like that.
I do think that Kefka's here to stay. It's a good color pairing. It's got card advantage.
It's here to stay until Norman Osborn rolls around.
No, come on. I don't think it's as good as Norman.
No way.
It might be. Maybe.
Norman's low to the ground.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
The other thing I want to say about this video is at the very end of the video, Ian starts to talk about how he believes the meta is incredibly healthy right now. Even though they both rank T and K at the top and Kinnan right below and Kefka right below that, he's like, it does not matter. Like we have a incredibly healthy format. We're not seeing the VV Cauldron problems that Standard's seeing, for example. Just anything like that. And I think that's refreshing to see one of the larger creators in the space say like, you know what, let's stop being so doom and gloom about where we're at. Things are actually really great.
Yeah. The small percentage points that T and K is the best deck. It's like other formats and other games would do very, very bad things to achieve the meta share that deck is like oppressive for.
Yeah, the meta share is 11%.
Yeah. Like I can't think of a game or format that you're just like, oh yeah, that's unhealthy. People are like, yeah, that's as good as it can get.
Yeah.
And this is like taking over the most prominent T&K month there has been.
True. Yeah.
Like they were talking about that in the video being like, this is
all slanted.
It's like slanted. Yeah. Because of the invitational and for these giant events. And like traditionally people go to like known quantities, right? Which is T&K. And so like they're like, yeah, the meta share is higher than usual. And it's still 11%. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's fine. I can dig that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Do you think T&K needs any like nerfs or touching or anything?
No.
Hell yeah.
No, I think it's a good deck. I think it just does what it does. And like, if there was any adjustments, I feel like it'd be an overcorrection.
Yep.
It's just a good color pairing, good cards, good commanders.
I love that every other commander pairing or commander has something to aspire to, because we all go, dang, that commander is pretty great, but is it as good as T&K? And the answer's like, maybe I'm coping a little bit. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. We wanted to talk about some meta shifts.
Yeah. So Eric was going through some stats, and he noticed a distinct lack of these cards in top performing decks in the last month or so. And it's really interesting because Denver was known for these cards for a while.
Yeah.
And we were just like, all right, let's jam 5 heuristic studies onto the board and see what happens. And the meta was like, hey, how about not? How about like we just go faster before you get 2 of those?
Are these things you're still running in Kinnan at all, or no?
No, I'm not on using Kinnan for sure. I am on Mirror Maid in Rogsai, but I'm probably gonna cut it because I've never felt like it was good. Like every time I have the mana to cast it, I want to cast something more powerful in my hand
for sure.
So and I don't know if these. I also don't find myself in pods where like everyone has a heuristic very often. A lot of the time it's like one person has a heuristic, maybe someone has a Smothering Tithe. I most recently experienced a game with Max P where like there was 3 heuristics and a Smothering Tithe, and I was like, Bro, this is why I play Kinnan, because like I can't be in pause like this. These games take forever. I don't want to contribute to this. I don't want to put another wristic in play. Like, no thanks, bro.
I thoroughly enjoy games like that, but
I do too.
I think that's just the meta that we're in. We enjoy the deep waters of like every time something gets cast, there's 3 triggers that get put on the stack.
We live for the stack war. We were like born in it. We need 7 triggers every time someone casts a spell.
Yeah.
Like it's I don't know. Like that's why I play Lurking Predators. Like, bro, put your spell on the stack. Let's see what goes on the battlefield.
Hey, Lurking Predators is an enchantment, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you could mirror mate. You could have 2 Lurking Predators, dude.
Hey, let me tell you a story about how I got 10 billion Lurking Predators last night. It was incredible.
I'm sorry. What?
It's yeah. So there, okay. Listen, there's this combo with Machine God's Effigy and Astral Dragon that allows you to make copies of any permanent that's not a creature onto the battlefield.
Yeah.
And I just made 10 billion Lurking Predators, and I was like, hey, bud, cast a spell. Cast a spell. See what happens.
You guys can just concede now. It's fine.
Yeah. I love Astral Dragon. That's so cool.
Astral Dragon is cool.
Yeah.
What I was going to say about these, I have played Wrong Side a little bit here and there. I'm running both of these still. It still feels good to turn 2 Ristic, turn 3 copy Ristic. Like that still feels really good. But I noticed myself like trying to copy a Necro more often. Like
you could just play Necro.
Yeah.
I could, but like copy enchantment. Like what I'm saying is like these increase the density of me
for sure
getting to like what I want. And also just like copying a Tithe, dude. Like in a deck that shouldn't have it feels really
yeah. The infamous Grinding Station Tithe deck game was
I can't believe at my locals I had on turn 4 I had double Tithe, double Ristic Study, Mystic Remora, Grinding Station. And then someone called me for slow play. And I was like, I have 7 triggers. Anytime you blink, like, please, I'm not slow playing you. But yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. I think in specifically Wrong Side, you're pretty much trying to find any way to like draw cards. I think these cards might be just appropriate.
Yeah. Or copying like a bolus with Mirror Maid is really hot. That's cool.
Yeah. Golly, this man can't be stopped.
And then we wanted to shout out to Boros Wayne. They won the Birdcage 4, and you said you were at that event as well with Zach too. So it's cool to see all of people that we're like, close with there, and dude, Zerda doing well.
Actually, looking at this top 4 pod, this is like Zerda's feeding zone, dude. Like they're just like, wait, what? Atali double TK sounds great. I am winning this thing so well.
I can just imagine Wayne ripping like a turn 1 blind obedience.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
being like, oh,
or just a bobble.
Yeah.
Just Atali get fucked.
Yeah, dude, Wayne is so good at Magic.
Yep.
So, oh my god, like their ability to find lines in Boros is just top tier.
Yeah.
I have only played against Wayne once, and it was at Heisenberg, and the amount of like intricate interactions in Zerda and like the amount that they could do on the stack in Boros, I was like, this shouldn't happen. Like what? Like what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like
really good.
You have more interaction than like some of these blue decks that I'm playing against. Like what is going on here?
Well, and then we see like lots of these blue decks cutting counterspells now.
Yeah.
So if you're cutting counterspells, you're almost more incentivized to run a deck like Zerda, because this Zerda deck has a ton of interaction, but it's now closer to the amount of interaction that the decks that are cutting counterspells. So, and those are like what I would call traditional types of interaction.
Yep.
Not these very strange things that Wayne presents that I'm like, oh shit, like
Yeah.
I don't know how you have that, but sure.
You know what card is like really interesting to me in white that is like interaction is Aven Interrupter.
I love that card.
That card is gas, dude.
Yeah.
And you never see it coming. I almost got by it on Friday. Someone Aven Interrupted, and I was like, huh? Wait, the white deck has a counterspell for me? like what's happening?
What's happening here?
It's not only a counterspell, but
on
it just actively stops breach lines.
Oh yeah, it just nopes breach, dude.
Yeah. And it's stapled to a creature, and you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Gotta get rid of that thing now.
Yeah. But I like it.
Have you guys heard this card, Paladin class?
I have seen it. Wait, why do I know this card?
Yeah.
Because I showed it to you, and I was like, you should run this card.
Yeah,
You're like, no, I don't think it's that good. I'm like, it's 1 mana. It's pretty good.
It is good.
So Paladin class is a 1 mana white enchantment. It says opponents when an opponent casts a spell on your turn, it costs 1 more to cast.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that seems pretty damn powerful for 1 mana.
For
Especially
1
if you're
mana.
trying to be like really proactive. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm getting close to running that.
Dude, I think like the fact that people are kind of counterspells like make you almost not need it right now.
I'm like borderline cutting Ranger Captain. I'm like really close.
Really?
I'm really close.
It is hard to cast in a lot of decks, dude.
I've been referring it. Go ahead.
The fact that you got Voice of Victory kind of like makes that a little bit more incentivized, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The fact that it can go find Esper or a Cabal Therapist or some other cards, dude.
I just don't like the Ranger getting cloned thing. I hate that.
Yeah.
Then the game stalemates. I also am lovingly referring to it as a 3 mana do nothing, because if I Necro and get a Ranger Captain, I don't know, it doesn't really do anything.
It also puts like a weird dynamic on the game where people just refuse to push until the Ranger Captain's cracked. But the answer is do you have to push because you can't let them have a Ranger Captain?
Yeah,
and
it's a weird.
Yeah, and then inevitably, like you said, it gets cloned. Or the worst is a Hazel's Brewmaster. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Brewmaster Captain is not a favorable thing. It's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
But regarding the Birdcage, I was there. It was really fun, really good event. I saw some really interesting things. Zach Adler did play Mono Thrasios.
Oh, Solo Thras. He played Solo Thras.
Dude, that's so funny.
Yeah, the deck is surprisingly resilient. I saw him in some really interesting situations. The biggest things that I saw, a lot of turbo, a lot of Nas. I lost on turn 2 Nas. Game 1, game 2, I won. Game 3, I lost to a protected Nas, which was because of Smothering Tithe that just got out of control. And and then game 4, I lost to Kefka, but I lost to Kefka technically. I lost to Kefka. I'm not gonna say I didn't lose, but I also punted. I didn't see a line that existed, and I was really bummed. But it's all good, no stress. I did the big flips thing, and that made me happy because in game 2, I flipped into a Consecrated Sphinx, and then I flipped into a Kozilek the Great Distortion, and I had 12 cards in hand. And that is just every card in my hand is a counterspell. So there's that.
Wow.
That was great.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, it's the one where you discard a card and then you have counterspell?
Yeah.
For the it's a Disrupting Shoal, yeah.
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 But it doesn't care about color, right?
It does not. It does not.
That's so
it just
cool.
says counter type. Yeah, I had so many cards in there. I was like, guys, let's just wrap it up. Okay. Let's maybe play another one after this.
So what do you think your success with big flips Kinnan is coming from? Not to say that you're not a good player, obviously you are, but I see that you're having more success in the league, and then you go to a tournament like this. Do you think it's harder to navigate those waters in person? Do you think there's a dynamic that is different online versus in person? I guess is what I'm asking.
I don't play in tournaments often, so I'm a little rusty on understanding table politics in tournaments. So there's like a very right, like in online, I'm comfortable playing online because I've been playing online mostly for the past 4 or 5 years. But in person, I noticed, and I was talking to a couple people after this, I didn't talk nearly as much. Like I was like, oh, hey, there's a smothering title on the board. We should really focus on this, guys. Like this is a problem. We're probably gonna lose to this. I normally would have been really like pressuring that, but I didn't. I was like, oh, it's smothering type. I don't pay 2. I'm gonna draw a card. You can have a treasure. And I think the lack of talking and like really putting awareness on where the threats were made people feel a little comfortable on where the board state was, and allowed people to win faster, or at least not get an opportunity to maybe put a draw on the stack when they could have. Like a turn 2 Adnaz, someone had a pact of negation. Like, hey, like, are you sure you want to cast that? I have this. And someone being like, yeah, and then everyone's attention can be like really focused on this thing, but no one's really talking. So at least in my games, I noticed that was a thing. Yeah, I feel like in person is definitely a different beast than online for sure.
Just the dynamics of like in-person play, of like being able to show your opponent's cards
and not have to click like the block
player
button.
Yeah. Like the convenience of just being like, hey, here's this is what I have. And like Eric is like infamous for this, of like showing literally nothing and being like, this is what I have, tell me when to cast it. Right?
Yeah, I need to know when to use this command tower as a counterspell, and then the other player's like sweating. Like, oh, yes.
And like you just don't get those dynamics in online play as much. Like sometimes you do have like the little blocking windows and stuff like that, but it's like very inconvenient to do that. That like it does change the dynamics of politics and just in general pods, right?
And it sounds like you have played a lot more online than you have in person, whereas I think Austin and I don't play online like at all until like we started doing the league thing. We've just pretty much been exclusively playing in person. So us adapting to like online play has been a little rough. It's been, interesting for sure.
Yeah, well, and also like in-person play, I think like the dynamics of the league like specifically is really interesting, just because in-person play, like if you in a tournament, like if you offer that draw, like you're sitting around, right? Like you're sitting around kind of waiting for the next round to happen. But then in the league, like people are like, yeah, I'll just take the loss, dude. Like I'm just going to jam. And if I take a loss, then I have another game that I can queue up right now and I'll be in 5 minutes, right? Yeah. And so like it is so different of like that mentality of like, oh, I don't want to sit there. I want to play more Magic, right? And like at tournaments, sometimes that means like you gotta
wait for a pod to open up.
Yeah, you have to wait for a pod to open up, or like you have to try to prolong the game, being like, "Hey, man, don't do this. We still have 40 minutes left on the time." You know, like
there's so much to live for.
Like it's a very different dynamic. It really is, right?
Is. Well, I don't know, but I guess while we have you, do you have anything besides the Fishbowl that you've got coming up? Or anything, just on the radar, on the horizon, podcasts, or anything coming out?
Well, mostly the biggest updates recently is Playing with Power. If you haven't seen it, we are creating a lot of gameplay content. We have more video, so many videos coming out soon. And we just released our last gameplay video a few days ago. But this is a consistent thing that we're doing. And I'm really excited because we have some really exciting gameplay videos. Holy smokes. And we are doing skits. I'm getting into doing skits. I like doing skits. And so like we did a short recently, and it was just like lurking predators on crack. It was so much fun. But that's like really where a lot of my energy is right now in terms of making content. And the Fishbowl, obviously. And then if anyone wants to catch a game, want to see what Lurking Predators do, I'm here on the Critical EDH League.
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I noticed that Playing with Power is like actually like you guys are releasing a lot more content lately, and I'm stoked on it. Like, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe we got to get you guys on there. Maybe we see how.
We are so down.
Yeah, so down.
Anytime.
Yeah. You guys will see what a cabbage farm looks like, dude.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm excited.
hate to cut it short, but it looks like Mr. Calvin is a little upset. So
yeah,
I think we're going to call it. Yeah, life calls. But we wanted to say thank you so much for joining us. And this is definitely not the last we're going to hear from you. And if anyone wants to... poor guy.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to check out Higher, go check out Playing with Power and look out for some of the stuff from the Fishbowl coming out. If you're not able to attend, hopefully there's going to be a stream or some commentating or even just content from us coming out from it. And we're super excited for the event. And otherwise, you can come play with him and play with us in the league.
Yeah. I'm stoked to get out to San Diego. I say it every video, but it's my hometown. So like, I'm stoked to go out there. Like, it's gonna be so fun.
Let's go.
We gotta go take down the champ too, dude. We gotta take down the champ. That's what it comes down to.
Yep. Denver has to do better than we did last time.
Yeah, that's true.
Not just us. Everybody.
We can't even say that, dude. Pigeon got like second, didn't he?
It's like.
Yeah, Pigeon did really well.
That was the like walkout on Rogthras, right? Like that was the first big tournament that like Rogthras did well in.
Yeah,
and everyone's like, oh, this is a deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we will see you all next time. Thanks for watching, and thanks for dealing with Calvin in the background. But we will see you next time.
Yeah.
Thanks. Peace.
Peace, guys.
Later.